Oh my God, you can't even see me. All right. Good evening, Facebook. 6:47 p.m. I'm at a library. Libraries are the best. So, it's just crazy. Everything, like I said, it's like action, reaction. Everything that I do has multiple different possible responses and outcomes, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting when it's taken the wrong way, when it's taken to extremes, etc., etc. So I was instructed by my source to be a little bit more creative, And I think I mentioned in one of my other videos about how when I was with Julian and he was all into death metal and everything, he dared me to write some dark stuff. So I wrote some pretty dark poetry. It doesn't necessarily mean that I, wanted certain people to be cut up and died and gored, and it's just, it was something of a form of expression on a bigger scale, for the full picture. And it was really just to see if I could do it. And my recent little unknown, 7-line thing about lust, whatever, that was just a form of me expressing myself. I'm expressing myself. If I have desires, okay. Am I not allowed to have desires? For example, if Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z was really a character, I would be married to him. I wouldn't even care. I'd be one of his concubines. I love Vegeta, but should I feel bad about it? Because he's with Bulma. He's married to Bulma. They had, Trunks and Bra. So, I don't know. It's really extreme when people don't have feelings this way. You're confusing situations. You know what? Situations are always confusing. And it's annoying to be express yourself, and then but don't express yourself that way. What do you want me to do? But we want you to have authenticity, but restrict this area. It's I'm so exhausted and over the whole situation with NPCs being out here, and the algorithm that literally is telling me what the Anunnaki want me to know, or Enki or whoever is relative to our source or my collective. I don't know. And that's another thing. I would love to write stuff that is more about that, but I don't know enough. I don't have the capacity to get all of the books for it, I just have my laptop, this crappy phone that's going to go off in a couple days because I don't have any money to pay for it, and that's it. And it's just, I'm annoyed. I'm absolutely annoyed. I went to church today, and it was very rejuvenating for my soul. And then, right after that, the algorithm's this is indoctrinating, and da-da. Well, you know what? That's fine. Let it indoctrinate. But my sermon today was actually very enlightening for me, and for my spiritual journey, and for my recognition about how Source is basically manifested in me in this physical body. They were actually pretty on point about what they were teaching today, and it felt really good to actually feel more people understood what I'm going through. So, I'm really tired of this algorithm on Facebook. And then when I try to get away from Facebook and I come back, they're you're ignoring the signs from your collective. And I'm you know what? Well, the collective ain't speaking in my language. So if I express myself in my own language, it's bad. If I, don't express myself, it's bad. It's just, I'm so tired of the algorithms, the NPCs. I'm tired of being homeless. I'm tired of, right now, being bitten by a bunch of little small ants that keep on seeming to find their way in my pants. And they're not biting the good parts, I'm gonna tell you that. They're biting random parts. And it's just, I'm tired. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of having messed up contacts that I need replaced anyway. I'm tired. Luckily, I have food today because at the church, I was fed, and they also gave me snacks. So it wasn't all bad. It was a purpose, you know, source, the collective, God, Jesus Christ, whomever you want to name it, directed me there. I looked at it twice and I was like, no, I need to go over there instead of just walking past it. And I'm very thankful that I went into that church. It's just, I'm tired. That's all. I'm tired. I want to be able to, like, have somebody just hug me at night and me fall asleep in their arms and not feel like they're going to rape me, like drug me and then rape me and torture me in my sleep. Like, that's all I want. I want something simple. I'm a real simple person, you know, but it's just, can't even get the simple crap. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that, like, my little unknown poem of lust. It was just a feeling at the moment, and I'm allowed to have feelings. So, you know, if people got upset about it, you know, there's so many celebrities that people, like, for example, I think Terrence Howard is handsome. He's very handsome to me. Jason Isaacs is also, don't ask me why, they're very 180, but I have a huge crush on Jason Isaacs. Of course, Orlando Bloom, you know, Johnny Depp, you know, but their counterparts, their spouses know this. People jerk off to some of these movies. They know this. So why would anybody, whether they're a regular person, a celebrity, sports, whatever, you know, like elite official, why would they get so, like, overwhelmed, tongue-tied, like, uncomfortable, anything? Because this is a normal thing that people do, you know? So, like, for example, I know, you know, like, think about that. I have to deal with the fact that there's a bunch of people out there, hundreds, maybe millions, because there were, 3.2 million likes on those rape audio recordings of me and other people getting raped. So 3 million people heard those rapes. How many people do you think downloaded the short URL so that they could see the rapes and see my body? I used to pride myself. I still pride myself. I clothe myself fully. I'm not promiscuous. You know, like, I don't want to have random sex with people. I want to get to know people. I want to feel safe before I open my legs. And there's millions of people that have already seen my naked body. They've already seen me doing things that I don't even know I've done. You know, I've been humiliated. And to be honest, I don't even want to be seen. I've already been seen. People are jerking off to my stuff. My own father's jerking off to videos of me. How sick is that? I know this, and I have to live with this. So why would anybody, whether they're a normal person, celebrity, you know, political official, whatever, feel any type of discomfort from this when, especially in your positions, it comes with the territory. In my position, being nobody and now homeless, yeah, it doesn't come with that territory. I'm supposed to be a nobody. So think about how that makes me feel. Oh, she rose to fame. Everybody's seen my body already. How embarrassing. I wanted only one person to see my body, and that would be the person that is the love of my life or my spouse. And that's never going to happen now for the rest of my life, because even if I exercise and do whatever to my body now, people have already seen my body, whether it looks different now as opposed to then. I can never turn back time. I feel like I was forced to be a whore for the world, and I had no control. And it wasn't because I had no actual control over my own, you know, person. It's because there were so many people involved in raping and brutalizing me and making me do disgusting things. Anyway, so I was just writing that poem as a form of expression, but it was really because I listened to the music first, and that it kind of got me in that feels, in that area. If people think I'm dimming my light because I'm talking about certain things, about what I guess it's sinful to have lust, I get it. But if it's a form of expression, it's a form of expression. If I'm supposed to be authentic and express myself and everything, I'm gonna do that. So I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, my phone is at 57%. I'm trying to charge it pretty nice before I attempt to not be at this library. Have no idea where I'm going, but I just don't want to be here. Alright, good night, Facebook.